команды. Так. Просите по классе про ночь воскресенья, но это надо сделать позже. Я у нее поблизости. А, нет, это вообще индивидуально надо сделать. А про убийство... Про убитого вот это позже. Угу. Сейчас мы полутаемся, если есть что. Я ж полицейский, хожу куда хочу. Кровать заправлена в спешке.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Провести пальцем по поверхности стекла.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Стекло недавно заменили.
Looks like it, yes.
Разрительно. И это что, вся ее комната? Вот это вот? Пиздец. Хотя не может быть. Горы грязной одежды, одежда женская. Внезапно. Расчет стоимости пребывания в отеле. Похоже, она остановилась здесь надолго. Отсюда виден двор внизу, трупа там больше нет. Я так
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting, it seems. It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the handle. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
О, привет, Ванька.
Acetylic acid,
Ты таки вернулся.
eye drops, blood thinners.
Солидная коллекция.
Anything of note?
Изучить флаконы.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Накра – опиоидный антагонист.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Лейтенант кивает и смотрит на дверь.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Изучить блистеры.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Так, электрохимия. Мне кажется, 72, но... Шмотка-то на электрохимию у меня дохуя. Так, электрохимия у нас какой? Физиология, да? Да. Так. Ща мы расследуем это дело. Перчитосы. Так. Штанеры. Так. Так, тоже зайдут нахер. Так. Там уже все 90, небось, заполнено. Окей.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush, a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Пептид. Чем так примечательна оранжевая баночка?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Лейтенант, я также вижу некий пептид.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
Рецептурные спиды.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Сказал о нем Ким, потные ладошки. Ну, чё, конечно же я попробую его взять. Хотя по-хорошему стоит взять его тупо открыто. Типа, нече наркотиками здесь баловаться. Похуй.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with, there it is, the orange sun wearing blister pack. You feel almost nostalgic for it.
Открыто взять.
The lieutenant looks toward the door as if he didn't see. He did, though. He totally did, and now he thinks less of you. Should have kept it sub rosa.
Я думаю, мы сейчас придумаем отговорку, типа это для дела, все дела. То есть я-то использовать их не собираюсь.
Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your sweaty little hand.
Вообще, я думал, это продать, может быть. А, это в инструменты идет, а не в предмет. Это не продать. Ну ладно, вот такой вот я. Так, в каком-то Кима. Опа. И стараюсь не смотреть на сломанную дверь в ванную. Да ладно, что ты. Нормальная
The
дверь.
fan stands still. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
А, так. Да, я же здесь могу кое-что сделать.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. Irregular.
Бля, болторез.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Погнали.
In it, the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
Сейчас все починим.
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. A mirror hang.
Ладно.
The bedist. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Да нормальная хата. Я видел фоточки там квартир, которые сдали там людям, и что после этого там остается.
The man is finding
Это
it
еще
hard
норм.
not to trip on the tape
Там был вообще
and
пиздец.
not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
Вот тут творится волшебство.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Поэтому вы имеете в виду преступление против человечества. Как минимум против самого себя.
I have no idea what that means.
Он с тоской смотрит в сторону выхода. Так. Вообще-то я думал, может я пули найду. У меня есть пистолет, но... Может быть мне в ломбард сходить. Может быть он вытащил пули, чтобы потом продать их отдельно. Или не хотел продавать их бабки, блядь. Ну потому что... Аж кого-нибудь завалит. Так что, в принципе, можно.
Again? I can't.
Так, сейчас будем говорить Гарту про проклятие.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
А что, прибраться нельзя, игра нереалистичная. Да Гарту просто похую. Ну и, видимо, номер никто не запросил, так что там прибираться? Вдруг я приду? Для меня-то прибираться он точно не будет. В одной стене есть дыра.
What wall?
В какой стене? Наверху есть тайная задняя комната прямо рядом со спальней Классет. Там. Мне кажется, через нее посматривают за жильцами.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
А ты точно сам не посматривал за гостями?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my stuff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Ну, а по поводу моих сотрудников там, ты бы не выгорячился бы?
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
Теперь ты в курсе.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Классет, третий номер, она чекнула телефонную линию.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
Ну, в общем, загадка раскрыта, не люблю доработки. Недоработки. Есть Лена. Лена хороший клиент. Кстати, да.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else?
Гард, а если бы я сказал тебе, что пробрался в заднюю комнату за стальной синей дверью?
Oh, okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here.
Ему очень интересно, что там.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's
Так и не
behind
спросишь,
it.
что там?
Okay, what is back there?
Зияющий черной пасть конца времен. Бейсбольный автомат, целый зал.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines at the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
А что, хочешь сыграть? Я не против. Ну, я-то действительно не против.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business related, about how much money he could make of one.
Промышляешь снова пройти зал пинбольный? Если ты промышляешь продать автоматы, хочу солидную долю, как члену совета директоров. Ударь себя в груди. Я подрывник. Окей.
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Да ладно, я нормально попел, чё ты. Хороший караоке.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Должен тебя предупредить, кажется, я выяснил, что танцы часть проклятой торговой зоны.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Танцы перечислены в списке на домофоне снаружи, как один из бизнесов в здании Б. Ты глянь там проводку. Я пытался набрать гостиницу и не дозвонился.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
Прям ни разу? Разве это не указывает на упадок? Так, раньше в танцах был зал пейнтбола, Восточная Дельта, потом он прогорел. Говорят, в танцы дать только время. Раньше в танцах был зал для пейнтбола, Восточная Дельта, потом он прогорел, хотя, может, танцы и увинут проклятие. Да хуй знает.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
Он заставляет себя успокоиться.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
Кому принадлежит это здание?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
А что с другими кафетериями, которыми ты управляешь?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
А другие?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the Whirling.
А кто назвал танцы в тряпье?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Ты правда любишь это заведение?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Не парься по поводу этого продажа.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
На самом деле на проклятый отель найдутся свои люди, так что это тоже можно как в Мартинг превратить. Удачи с заведением, подвести итоги.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up? Yes?
Так, ну это мы сделали. Теперь парни Харди, ребятки, я поговорил с Классией. А еще теперь я выгляжу охуительно просто. И у меня есть меч. А у тебя есть меч? А у тебя есть просто ебучее пиво. А у меня меч и ствол. Без патронов, но ладно.
It's you again. What is it?
Давай снова поговорим о жертве изнасилования.
Again? Seriously, man. Yeah.
Классия
Whatever.
утверждает, что ее не насиловали.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Так. Да, без этой херни она рассказала мне правду.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her.
Думаю, что ломается.
Gonna fucking... Я тебя, блядь!
You. Done.
Titus Hardy.
Скорость реакции. Ударю, пригнись. Это Харди. Голос ее звенит, как предупредительный выстрел.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Признание.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Куда у вас эта запись?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Вообще-то есть несколько специальностей, где обучают радиоразведки.
Yeah, like you have one. Smart ass.
То есть вы повесили на них жучки. Как?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
И кто из вас занимается продвинутой радиотехникой?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Глава группы снова берет пиво и молча салютует Агнесу.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
И что же на этой пленке?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why, won't you?
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner. A door gun is a gun mounted to the door of a transport airship. They have a habit of mowing down civilians. Farmers mostly.
Пока достаточно, вернусь к расследованию.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that.
Послушаем.
Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Ладно. У меня же есть бумбокс. Магнитная пленка, полученная от Тита Харди. Предположительно, на ней записаны дешифрованные переговоры опергруппы наемников. Ничего хорошего не предвещает. Чтобы прослушать ее, нужен магнитофон. Это у меня есть.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Прослушать пленку. Ты слегка нажимаешь комменсер, и катушка начинает крутиться. Воздух наполняется сильнейшими помехами и звуками работающих механизмов.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Valson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Щелчок, затем тишина. Больше на пленке ничего нет.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porterier. The tape stops
Здорово,
spinning.
Герыч. Что это такое было в самом конце? Тишина?
End of recording.
Что думаешь?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Согласен, еще кажется, что он был под шофе.
Still,
И все же, лейтенант смотрит на пленку. Тебе уже знаком этот взгляд. Это его взгляд подозрения.
There's more going on here than we know.
Кто такой этот Корти?
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work,
Кто такой Кахой?
a village on the Samaran Isla in South Safra. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Думаешь, он там был?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Окей, что теперь?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Так. Что у меня еще из сайт-квестов? Ля responsibility. Можно этим на самом деле заняться. Хотя, блин. Эмпатии все равно как жопы, блядь. Может, в штаб позвонить?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir.
Понятно,
I know
видимо,
it must
реально
be
квест
frustrating.
забаговал.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask? 57.
In the cabin,
Так. Я хотел сходить в ломбард. Может быть, там я найду пульки. А то пистолет-то есть, блядь, что мне им делать? Пистолет, конечно, можно кинуть. Как в фильме «Спиздили». Ну, не знаю. По-хорошему, там нужно было перезвонить Алисе на следующий день, чтобы получить информацию в дельце брони. Вот. Я каждый день звоню, и каждый раз он говорит, и пока информация не поступала.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
О, про птичку. У тебя есть какие-нибудь записи Колда Мама...
The Cold Mamadakwa?
Да, вот это вот.
Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
В последнее время я увлекся самыми разными формами искусства, особенно экспериментальными.
What an interesting development. Well, it's been a long while since I've gone hunting for the Cold Mamadakwa. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
Звучит круто.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Cold Mamadakwa, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Получилось отыскать.
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa.
Можно послушать?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Он начинает копаться в катушках за стойкой.
Do we really have time for this?
Да, Ким, у нас есть время. У меня не то чтобы дохуя квестов осталось. Это абсолютно необходимо для моих исследований.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
Он включает магнитофон. Из колонок раздается низкое гудение.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocate. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Чайки.
And skewers, but...
Он поднимает указательный палец и склоняет голову к колонкам. Новый, очень высокий, дрожащий звук.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Imamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds. I doubt it, but I can try and answer.
The pawnbroker's gate.
Ладно. Ну что, я получил минус ХП.
You see rows.
Про патрон у него спросить ничего нельзя. Коричневый шум из жопы. Может, Ким патронами поделится? Ким, братишка. Так, может к Бугаю сходить, в принципе. А по-хорошему надо идти к классе сейчас. Так. У меня осталось 4 хилки всего. Поэтому я... Деньги есть, может закупиться, в принципе. 2 или 3 взять себе. В окне видны желтые розы, но это совершенно не те цветы, которые кто-то принес в классе. Okay.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Так, спирт мне не нужен. Боевой дух, боевой дух. Назафет.
Okay, here. I hope Saint. Okay, here. I hope. Okay, here.
Жить можно.
Is this about the...
Ладно, хер с тобой. Ту-ру-ту-ту.
Right to work! Free flow of comp!
The man's breathing.
Ладно, хуй с ним. Оху, пойду к классе. Хули нет. Та-ра-да-ра-да.
Hi again, Jandar. Bye-bye, Jandar.
Да-да-да. Ну-ка.
The man ponders his cooking utensil.
Хуй с тобой. Та-ра-та-та-та.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Тю-тю-тю. Я хотел бы еще раз поговорить о вашем номере.
Yeah?
Вы собрали неплохую коллекцию лекарств, которые отпускались только по рецепту.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
Довольно впечатляющая коллекция. Как вам удалось копить так много?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the
Здорово,
anti-star
Бравос.
size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The anti-star is, or was, a vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Eventually mutated into a corpse. Окей. В вашей коллекции есть накра, опиоидный антагонист.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Он говорит это без всякой угрозы, ему действительно любопытно.
Better safe than sorry.
Похоже, среди прочего в вашей коллекции есть пептид.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Например?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
Окей, по этому вопросу у меня все.
Very funky.
Стекло в этом окне совсем новое.
It is.
Она немного сдвигается влево, чтобы увидеть свое отражение в стекле. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
All right.
Давайте поговорим поподробнее о так называемом домогательстве.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Похуй.
How about we, change the subject to something more
Тед
lighthearted
Харди
now?
дал нам запись, на которой погибший утверждает, что собирается кого-то изнасиловать.
She puts her coffee cup down
Она ставит кофе на столик.
with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
На кассете он называет конкретную жертву. Вас.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Как солдат апокалипсиса. Именно так он и сказал.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
Нормальный такой подход. Я солдат апокалипсиса, я тебя сейчас изнасилую. Ха! Пользуйтесь на здоровье. Она снова берет в руки чашку.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Он действительно упоминал про
He
какой.
wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Зачем тогда такого говорить? Мачизм? Я не знаю, что такое мачизм. Чат, вы умные, что такое мачизм? Ну или хотя бы вот сам Google под рукой. А у меня тоже Google под рукой. Я тоже умный. Мачизм. Типа самобичевание, что ли? А, слово мачо, типа... Ну да, я тоже читаю слово мачо. Ебать, такой-то мачо, конечно, да. Думаете, он пытался запугать окружающих?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Коронные фразы.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. It was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Norani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Вам не было страшно?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil.
Бля, так и знал! Все сходится.
Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Мамаша, вы ебанутая.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He in Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
У вас было время, что ли, чтобы прийти в себя? Может, расскажете теперь о жертве?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
Осмотр дела дает далеко не полную информацию.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
Где находится Лелиштадт? В смысле место?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
Аж, собственно, тоже из заранее, не?
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Вы оба из Арании?
Yes, we were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No, he was too old for that. And from another part of Oranian Rek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Aranye. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Военный и не патриот?
No. He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
Вы тоже не больно похожи на патриотку.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me too.
Сколько ему было лет?
He was 42.
Да. Оружие патриотов. Оружие патриотов — это информация. Это власть над СМИ.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
Учитывая, какую жизнь он вел, так что 42 может выглядеть как пиздец.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
Она улыбается воспоминаниям.
We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Лейтенант постукивает по своему блокноту, как будто присуждает какие-то очки.
Points are good.
Эй!
Have one, you old
А, это плюс.
before we all die.
Очки — это хорошо. Вот тебе очко, сарапёс, прежде чем мы умрем. Я не думаю, что мы участвуем в каком-то соревновании.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
Командный вид спорта.
This is clearly sports
Кооператив.
for him. Something like archery or darts.
Тебе все равно очень важно попасть, да? Не промахнуться.
That's too pinball for me. I just like to get autopsies right on the first try. Where were we?
Он делает еще одну заметку. На чем мы остановились?
He's lying.
Он врет. Какого цвета были у него глаза?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice.
Нежный голос.
Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
На записи, которую мне дали, у него нихуя не нежный голос.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Бля, это ж как из того мема.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
Как там? That was Trouble Starts или типа того. Его волосы. Не помните, какого цвета были волосы?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Интересно, я тоже гладил его по голове.
Oily, isn't it? We have that in common now.
Затем она затягивает сигарету и мгновенно задерживает дым во рту.
She understands what autopsies entail. It doesn't get her off balance.
Я говорю, что Бриолин нужно отметить в результатах. Я получу за это очко?
No.
Я же про него написал вот тут. Показать на красный бланк С результатами осмотра тела.
Okay, sure. Here you go. What else are we missing, officer?
У него была татуировка. Что она означала?
Oh, that.
Вы знаете, что она означала?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Покрасоваться перед девушками? Как это?
How?
Я не умею.
Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Это что-то из аранской литры?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
Аранская литература. Гора мышц вся в говне. Просто не в говне. Литература.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Но по фотке не то, чтобы там у него 1000 звезд были.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
Какая-то power fantasy для женщин в этой Аране пишется.
Oh, yeah.
А вы можете рассказать, что именно значит эта татуировка? Дайте фотографию. А может...
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Она наливает себе еще кофе.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Спасибо за разъяснение.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Она бросает взгляд через плечо на море. Затем снова оборачивается к тебе, слегка улыбаясь. Коммунизм прикончил. Говорю, что-то чудесное, он сказал мне. Мы запросили отчет по токсикологии. Как думаете, что он покажет? Так. Мне срочно нужно сходить по пиздецким важным делам. Сейчас я буду. И покурю. Сейчас я музычку поставлю. Так, Spotify, давай, наугад тыкаем. Нормально. Продолжаем. Может, его прикончила любовь?
It very well could be, yes.
Ты о чем?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
Он сказал мне, его прикончила любовь. Ну да.
That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
Так. Мы запросили отчет по токсикологии. Как думаете, что он покажет?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil.
Я мог бы просто пивка бахнуть. Как нормальный человек, блядь.
How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Что-то чудесное он сказал.
The lieutenant blinks. His expression does not change. All right, let's see where this is going.
Давай. О, бахаешь, молодец. Надвигается издалека с северо-запада, он так сказал.
Cool.
Круто. Бля, я вообще так похую. Ну, думаю, на этом опрос окончен. Отдать лейтенанту его заметки.
All right.
Хорошо. Лейтенант складывает бланк к другим бумагам и на мгновение задерживает взгляд на женщине.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Она наливает себе еще кофе. Женщина, да как в тебя все это лезет, господи. Может, силу воли себе прокачать? Так.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
Да, так она сказала.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality. He was 42 years old?
Ты к чему клонишь?
How old are you? That's where this is going.
Понятно.
45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
45 тысяч литров.
You could ask either one of them.
Мисс, сколько мне, по-вашему, лет?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 1 million years old? 21? 17? How old are superstar police officers usually?
Думаю, мне около 55. Не, я не выгляжу на 50. Хотя хуй знает. 45.
You're not.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a number.
Тюрьма всего лишь комната, ага.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Ты что, меня уничтожать пришел сюда, Ким?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Давай, правда меня не страшит.
To the laboratorium.
Ага, мысля появилась. Так, сила воли, сила воли, сила воли. Мне что, не даешь еще силу воли? Нет, не дает, у меня эмпатия стоит. Та-та-та-та-та-та. Сила воли. Так. Мы не поддадимся ее чарам еще раз. Эмпатия минус, полицейская волна, внутренняя империя.
I was just thinking. What a
Посмотрите ей
nice
в
day for
глаза.
questions.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
Неплохие новости.
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Я знал, что что-то не так. Ну все, приехали. Да. Дед с батей сцепились, блядь. Испортили всем праздник.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Кто конкретно облажался?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised.
Электрохимия, ты одна сплошная лажа, блядь, наркоманская.
Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
И как это произошло?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
Что теперь делать?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
А ты можешь сделать так, чтобы они снова стали нормальными?
No.
Да какой в этом смысл?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Значит ли это, что она врала мне?
Yes. Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just.
То есть эти ублюдки мне врали, блядь. Последний оплот.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Я этому товарищу могу доверять?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Смогу ли я хоть одному из них снова довериться?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
Что она задумала?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Я уже довольно долго разговаривал с собой. Вернемся к делу.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Сказай слух, вы мной манипулируете?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no. Not my favorite topic, but okay. Pretty much.
Warming them.
Oh, yes.
A bitter cringe. It hurt. He takes a small step closer.
You called us.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravache.
I didn't exactly with nail clippers.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
Did I?
Still, that's pretty clever tampering.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl.
I don't know, sir.
Thank you for...
I didn't want to, sir.
Не знаю, если бы я эту проверку сразу же бы прошел, может быть,
be
диалоги были другие. Хотя, не знаю.
How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now. Sure. The record. So official.
Ладно. Вырасти там пленки лучших хиты стрелка, спросить классе про ночь, это нужно делать самому. La responsibility. Что у меня тут мысль? Генератор даты рождения. Твое лицо выглядит на 58 лет. Тело чувствует себя на 60. Разум ощущает себя прожившим один день или сотню лет. И этот день, и этот век длиннее, чем должны быть. Но все же, сколько времени эта кукла, которая наросла на твоем сознании, уже топчет поверхность планеты. Давай покопаемся в твоих мозгах, о древний. Где и когда ты родился? Бля, временный бонус нету. Ну, погнали к Титу.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
По-моему, я вижу всю спальню в классе.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Что же они там делают?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. You clearly see foot...
Jackpot.
Ладно. И... Титус.
It's you again.
Уитус.
What is it?
Я поговорил с классе про запись.
And
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
И ничего, она подтвердила свои изначальные показания.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Ладно, обычно болтовня в курилке не доказательство. Запись стрёмная, но она ничего не доказывает. И не переубил классе. Да, там та еще жуть. Если честно, я ожидал, что она произойдет на классе больше впечатления. Она просто посмеялась над записью.
Fucking fuckity fucker.
Fucking fuckity
What did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Fucking fuckity fucker. Если уж на то пошло, вся эта тема со стрелком скорее ее возбудила. Тит, она сказала, что если бы могла, не отказала бы и сама пострелять с воздуха.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore. Right. Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors. Titus.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Может, она все еще в стадии отрицания? Ну, знаешь, защитный механизм. Ты скажи правду, что произошло? Может, она не таким ты ее считал. Можно наврать ему про стадию отрицания.
Yeah, maybe. That is a possibility.
Skажи правду, что произошло.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
Он аж вылит банку пива.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
Ага. В зале повисает молчание. Айлен порывается что-то сказать, но потом решает, что лучше не стоит.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us.
What?
Bartender! 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Риторика немыслимо 16. Риторика у меня просто... Фу! Так, плюс Рим упомянул сюрреалистичный спектакль, странная реакция на пулю. Убедить Тита, что им манипулируют. Погнали.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
В отличие от одного из его парней.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
The time has come, and so do I.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, in the midday sun, ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling. Newspapers blow in the wind.
Ну что, дело закрыто. Поехали по домам, Ким. Лейтенант приподнимает бровь.
He'll get it. Go on.
Запиши, Ким. В партизанстве людей убивают просто за то, что они не понравились местным.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Потому что между вами пробежала тёлка. Потому что ты иностранец. Потому что им не понравился твой наниматель. Потому что им нравится убивать. Потому что им нравится убивать. Погнали.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
Он обрывается.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
Тебя просто вешают, как в темные века. Выставляют труп на потеху. Тебя просто вешают или стреляют, или похер. Они сами не помнят.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Старик тянется к поясу, но голос его на удивление спокоен.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol, either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
А иначе что, убьете меня, как убили его, просто так, без причины? Если я не заткнусь, то что, меня тоже убьешь? Прямо тут в баре, ни за что? Сперва взглянуть на Кима.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean?
Он к Ангусу.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Мы его не вешали даже, он уже был труп. Спасибо, капитан Очевидность. Он захлебывается воздухом.
Shut up, Angus!
Он умер до того, как его повесили.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Тщедушный мужичок отвешивает Ангусу громкий подзатыльник. Еще одно слово копом, и я...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Assuming direct control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Даже у
Now
него
it's
жопа
all
сгорела.
pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Она не оборачиваясь уходит.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Если Класс его не убивал, зачем этот подлог? Так, кто тогда убил наемника? Есть какие-то улики? Кто вообще придумал его повесить? Она? Его не убивали, он уже был мертв.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Девчонки попросили? Они во что-то вляпались?
Girls plural. There's another girl. Two of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Понятно, почему у этой бабе, которая здесь была, я не помню, как ее зовут, которой мы можем позвонить, а она не появляется на работе.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Что произошло ночью воскресенья?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Выпущенные глаза, лицевые спазмы, те, которые неприкольные.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Я понял, что кто-то умер. Откуда ты знаешь?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Мутный, бля, завали ебало нахуй.
You don't get to talk yet, Chinky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Он снова поворачивается к тебе. Что же произошло?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Всюду грязное белье и бутылки.
He means they've been fucking.
Ну, да, капитан риторика, да, they've been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Кто такой тип с 8-й Харди?
Yeah. He's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Сокращенно Тиберий.
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's named Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
Тайтус, Тибериус. Понятно. Так кто тогда убил наемника? Есть какие-то улики? Если Классия его не убивал, зачем этот подлог?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Она говорила, что на нее зуб у кого-то и заранее. Подробнее не объясняла.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
Кто за ней гонится?
They're powerful, connected to the Morlintern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Окей, ставочки поднялись, блять. У нас убийца из Моролинтерна.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Так кто тогда убил наемника? Есть какие-то улики?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Сам что думаешь?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
А его прошлому у тебя есть соображения?
Mine do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
Теория. Его мог убить реально кто-то из своих по заданию от корпорации. Чтобы эти, воспользовались шансом, сделали забастовку. И в итоге корпорация прислала все еще людей и всех нахуй порешила. Типа как бы мы защищали свою собственность, наш порт. Это все они виноваты. И они всех убили. А мы тут ни при чем. Ебать многоходовочка. Но, конечно, это теория. То есть портовые думают, что это они здесь воспользуются ситуацией, а возможно ситуация они попали в ловушку.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Кто вообще придумал повесить, она?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Раньше ты сказал, что помощи попросили девчонки. Ты сейчас про вторую?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
Это же она, так? 8-й Харди, которого нет.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Понял. Ты можешь сказать хоть что-нибудь про нее? Имя, текущее местоположение?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Спасибо за разговор, Тит. Я побеседую с ней в последний раз.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but...
Но ты бы все равно предпочел, чтобы мы ее не арестовывали.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins.
We'll take that into account.
Лейтенант пускает блокнот в карман куртки и готовится уйти. Окей. Потребуйте классе объяснений по поводу истории, рассказанной по ранее Харли. Погнали, блядь. И охуительные истории, блядь, ебучей классе. Манипулятор Шахуева. Сейчас еще узнаем, что она, блядь, какой-нибудь там, блядь, тайный агент корпорации или типа того. Или вообще солдат. Солдат Джейн. Здрасте, тетенька.
It's always good to see you.
Она устало улыбается, опираясь спиной на перила. Она выпила, наверное, кружек 10 уже кофе. Ебать, толк, чё это я олд?
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Парни Харди рассказали нам, что произошло на самом деле.
I understand.
Она ставит чашку кофе на столик. Хватит кофе пить уже, блядь, час дня. У тебя сердце, небось, там вот так просто.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Кажется, вы не удивлены. Вы ждали этого.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your...
Вот правильно, сила воли, блядь.
Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Недостаточно веское оправдание.
You're right. There's more.
Погнали.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Она тянется за новой сигаретой.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight. The light refracts. She takes out her lighter.
Какое отношение к этому сотрудничеству РГМ с Марлинтерном?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Женщина прикуривает сигарету. Что происходит? Что вы такого сделали?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Я не имею никакого отношения к убийству. То есть ты хочешь сказать, Что несмотря на то, что за тобой ходит Самара Линтерн, убивать собирались именно его.
Fucked. People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Orionese lit. Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
Если вы скрываетесь, то зачем было звонить в полицию?
Because I'm an idiot.
Окей, логичное объяснение. Хуль тут еще добавишь?
Which is an indicator of truth.
Я так не думаю. Почему вы так поступили?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
У этого little fucker вообще-то есть имя. Он Куна, и Куна похуй.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then?
Блять! Драма такой. Это она звонила. Бля, буду. Сила воли. Да ёбаный ты рот, блять. Что произошло здесь в ту ночь, когда он погиб?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Расскажите мне, что именно произошло.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
Дырка в стене, возможно, от пули, которая пролетела через окно, пробила, видимо, ему башку. Хотя нет, пуля не могла пробить стену. Она застряла у него в башке. То есть отверстие в стене это просто рандом? Не могли же они стрелять через стену? Тогда стекло не разбилось. Окей.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
Что произошло потом?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
На нем была только обувь. Ты же сказал, что он броню не снимает, даже моется в ней.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Окей, не буду ее жалеть. Нахуй. Я тебе, блядь, до сих пор не доверяю. Нам нужны подробности.
She looks down with a wince. Her cigarette has singed her fingers. She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Тит говорил, что вы выглядит так, как будто изрядно накачались наркотиками.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
Что вы делали после этого?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Когда это случилось, вы слышали выстрел?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Стреляли со снайперки. Что произошло после того, как вы сбежали вниз?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Прежде чем мы продолжим наш разговор, кто такая Руби?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
8-я Харди.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
Я думал, Харди главный среди парней Харди.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Давайте продолжим. Что было потом?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
Подделали доказательства.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
Я знал, нижние конечности выглядели бледными.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
Он прежде всего записывает и указывает ручкой в твою сторону.
In honor of another precise forensic observation.
Что было потом?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
Может, его Руби вообще завалило? Чем вы занимались, пока они его вешали?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Это Руби, где она сейчас?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Когда заменили это стекло?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
Внутри в ее спальне?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Краем глаза ты замечаешь блеск стекла. Что вы такого сделали, что вас теперь ищут?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
Вот вам и литература иранская.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Как бы раз входят 2 банка и марка молочных продуктов Папа Лоло. Ну и кашу вы заварили. Ага, Лула и Пупа.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
Она качает головой, пытаясь прогнать эту мысль.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
Его могли убить люди, которые ищут вас.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
И что?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Как бы то ни было, такой вариант нельзя исключать.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Вы убили Лили.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
Если это был самооборон, то все в порядке. Ладно, я хотел задать ему. Тем, кто находится внизу, пришла в голову безумная идея, что это вы убили его.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
Если это была самооборона, то все в порядке.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Драма, блять, охлади трахание. Ладно, я бы хотел задать еще несколько вопросов.
Like
На самом
what?
деле, нет. Мы уже все. Полагаю, на этом все.
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Лейтенант бросает взгляд на тебя, потом на дверь.
He's thinking. Are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She is a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up forcefully if you want to continue pushing her.
Драма легендарный Ширс. Да проснись же, мать твою.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to.
No
she
shit!
could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
На самом деле вас зовут Николас и Аманду.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Внезапно ее голос срывается, словно кто-то затягивает гороту вокруг ее шеи. Что хорошо.
Okay, it's not.
Отлично, теперь вы можете сказать мне правду.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Commencer. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Эта история с паспорта тоже бред сивой кобылы. О том, что вы спрятали документы.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Где находится этот буй?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
Yay, новый квест.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe,
Как вас зовут на
right
самом
near the
деле?
waterline. It's Katarzyna Alazie.
Katarzyna Alasia. На ее лице появляется робкая, почти болезненная улыбка. It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism. It also makes Klasia almost an allochronym for Katarzyna Alasia.
Elysium Ласси совсем не аранское имя, оно из Града.
My parents were Zemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranie. Alasie is my father's name.
Ласси сокращение Катажины Аласи.
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Klasia?
Кто дал вам его?
A teenage boy. A million years ago.
Ну вот мы и встретились, Катажина.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
Про Миссаранию 37, наверное, тоже неправда, да?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
А следует за ложь.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Вернуться к Линанду. Ким, почему мы еще не арестовали?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
This bastion of willpower here, his watchmen have been sleeping too. You can be absolutely certain now, but he's coming around. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
А если я скажу, что вы арестованы, Катажина?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough.
Уже всех заебали это ложь.
That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Вы исходили информацию, важную для расследования. Если бы парни Харди не признались, мы бы так ничего не узнали. Вы подозреваемы в убийстве, и если есть риск, что вы сбежите, этого достаточно. Заканчивая с этими играми разума, ты крутишь пальцем у виска. Вы пойдете с нами. Промышленный шпионаж, мысли за наблюдением международного законодательства. Здесь... Скажи информацию.
Produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Он пытается отступить назад.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What?
She knows something.
Что вам известно? Кто застрелил его?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice.
Ruby.
Руби по приказу жабы. Вполне вероятно. И как же ей удалось его убить?
You said there was a secret route there, right?
Она показывает на дверь мастерскую по ремонту. Да-да.
She could have come up through there, then taken this shot. Right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Но ты бы услышала.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when...
А раньше приходила выпить на крышу, когда...
The peephole. My bed is right next to... She would have seen us.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
Почему вы думаете, что это была она?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
Баба, да?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Это лишь догадки и попытки привлечь внимание.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Leslie was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
Когда Руби сказала, что всем будет плохо, если вы не порветесь с погибшим, она вам угрожала?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Она смотрит в окно на свою спальню.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Ладно, с Руби разобрались.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Эквилибристика, ты-то какого хуя?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Это, конечно, хорошо, но я все же думаю, нам придется вас арестовать. На всякий случай.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Она сжимает руку в кулак, медленно сминая сигарету, которая была зажата меж пальцев.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
Я принял решение.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Блять, а ведь реально сейчас только 2 дня, если Киму едет как бы... И вообще-то у меня еще и квест ей вечером зайти. А-а-а! Повестку. Она не придет по повестке. Так, она сбежит. Похуй.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation. I can do this on my own. She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs at the Whirling in Rags. Or outside your shack.
Ну, охуенно. Я даже не знаю, радоваться или нет. Я точно знаю, что надо пойти покурить. Ну-ка, микс дня. Что такое микс дня? Окей. Ну, раз такое дело, и Ким уехал, надо включить звук для начала. Да. И можно сигаретку закурить. А как? Я бы не рисовал. Я полицейский. Я выполняю свою работу. Даже неприятную ее часть. Вот когда сам будешь проходить, не арестовывай. Всех победили. Ну, некоторые подвижки в расследовании есть. У нас есть предполагаемый убийца. И все из-за баб.
Ай.
Можно сходить документы ее поискать сейчас. Так, и почему я не могу покурить? Типа, алло. Во. А где у меня красный командор? И бахнуть можно. Все, молодцы. Так. Найдите бой, о котором говорила Классия. Доставить Тита, рассказать, где Руби, спросить Классия на ночь в воскресенье. Ну, про это уже все. La responsibility. Так, пойду буй поищу. Так, что у меня по эмпатии? Мне для responsibility нужна, по-моему, техника высокая. И высокая эмпатия, так? Эмпатию я прокачать себе могу только на +2 от того, что есть. И если на технику у меня есть перчатки, то на эмпатию я, ну хуй знает. Уже заканчиваю скоро, поэтому я, наверное, сейчас пойду поищу буй и попробую еще раз responsibility взять. Если это, конечно, можно сделать без кима. Я говорю, где-то на западе, на побережье, так? А, вот он. Может, это буй, про который говорил в классе? Может быть.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer, this must be the boy Glazier mentioned. Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies. Yes, spindly extremities have been here. Snap the cords keeping the boy in place. A little longer, and it will be floating somewhere out in the open. Moves across the water, leaving no traces. You're cold again. Splendor. The boy is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out of the water easily, noticing how light it is.
Осмотреть пластиковый буй.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked. Primitive construction, but it does the job.
Потрясти буй.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Понюхать буй.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. Smells a little salty.
Открыть буй.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Бывает комок водорослей, больше ничего нет. Посмотреть на пустой
The
буй.
boy continues to be mostly empty.
Не имеет смысла гадать, кто забрал документы. У тебя недостаточно информации.
Coward. You should always try to guess. No answers appear to you in the dirty seawater at the bottom of the buoy. You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this.
Ну окей.
A few local.
Церковушечка. Без кима, наверное, не получится, потому что там нужно таскать все. Ну, во всяком случае, я так думаю.
Good morning!
Что это было? Холодного ветра, который задувает с радушную галерею, мурашки по коже.
Good morning! Yeah! Harder.
There's nothing. Sometimes I just isn't something. It's like it. I think it's super hardcore, but you're right.
The young man, if any,
Wow, I think you might be right. But yeah.
Yes, what is it?
Ну, я попробую.
Yes, what is it? Very good. If you'll please carry that amplifier and cables, officer. We have quite a lot to carry.
Блять, да. Сейчас же я не смогу предметы поменять. То есть без Кима можно это сделать. Поэтому я перезапущусь быстренько. Если игра соизволит закрыться. О, наконец-то. Техника и эмпатия, значит, да? Окей. Это дает мне эмпатию. Технику мне дают, по-моему, только перчатки. Но мне и так на +2 они. Ну, это все, что я могу сделать. Ладно.
Yes, very good. If you'll please carry that amplifier and cables, officer. We have quite a lot to carry.
Okay. А, кстати, через 3 минуты уже будет показ геймплея этого Horizon Zero Dawn, или как он там, Forbidden West.
And now we're ready to try at least. Please put those on. I've configured that you will need to transmit your connection request while I attempt to locate the warship's public frequency. Good.
A soft rustling, every light switch, every motor.
Officer, are you in order?
Да.
Try again.
Perhaps
Nein, Liebling, Marianne.
you can't make out a word of this gibberish.
Liebling, but it's very likely. In the meantime, again,
It's cold now.
there's no way the lieutenant has his own megalo-frequency connection. Very strange.
Someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Кстати, игра учитывает, что его здесь нет сейчас с нами.
I believe you mean, what was he talking about?
Хотите сказать, что это опять энтропоэтнические перекрестки?
Yes, that's by far the most likely explanation. But the odds of us hearing him, though, out of all the voices in the Pale,
It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
Are astronomically low.
Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal.
What else is...
But someone.
Dubois,
Liebling, bitte.
Worship Archer.
The signal.
It's not working. The crust I did. We must convert, and we're also unlikely to change our local anthroponetic. You need to.
Someone had.
Something about this setup seems dimly familiar, but images of your body smashed against the pavement flood your mind. This is dangerous.
Погнали. О, польский инфлюенсер слил 8 минут геймплея Far Cry 6. Молодец, чё?
Your gloves give you a solid grip. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly.
I didn't see anything. I was focused on my.
The connection itself, the whole monument is covered in a thin but.
Well, do you see anything?